Attention everybody, the views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits.
Good morning! Welcome to the Power Hour. My name is Skylar. My producer is sitting to my left. There's his hand. And yes, welcome to the Power Hour here at 9 a.m. Thank you for joining us this morning.
It would be 10 a.m.
Oh, 10 a.m.
Well, no, it's 9 a.m. for this recording.
9 a.m. Thank you for joining us at 9 a.m. here in the morning. And I'm going to give it some time for people to come in as usual. But to begin, how I will kill some time is talk about a few things to warm up of what I'm going to talk about today, I guess you could say.
Sorry, do you killing, like the old killing movies?
What was the killing noise for? I'm confused now.
Because you said killing time.
Oh, see, I missed.
Sorry,
those.
it's early yet.
I missed
I
those.
understand you're
I miss those things. So, anyways, welcome to the Power Hour. The title is Orange. And some of you are wondering why the title might be Orange, but you will know later. So first, I want to talk about orange and oranges. And I'm going to give you some interesting facts about oranges just to give it a warm-up, give a few more people to come in. So, did you know, included it in your, did you know first that oranges are the prominent reason are full of vitamin C. Their prominent reason is that oranges are full of vitamin C. This is for the morning for you to eat for breakfast. They're great for you to eat in the morning. Okay, there's one fact. I said,
Unless you're
and I
diabetic.
worded that very weirdly. Some of you might not pick up on that, but it made sense in my head.
Unless you're diabetic.
Unless you're diabetic. And orange is enough to quench your requirement of vitamin C for the entire day. Okay? Another interesting fact. Where was it? I'm not going to say all these because there's a lot. There's 17 actually. But I just want to say the ones. Oh, here we go. Another one. We know that you have been enjoying oranges a lot, but what do you do with the peel? And if you know me, if some people who know me, I sometimes eat the peel on fruit or even vegetables because this is what I come to a conclusion. Why not just eat the whole thing? It all tastes the same anyways.
You eat orange peel?
So not orange peel, but like some people stare at me weird because I eat the core. I eat all the apple. I eat it all. There's no point. What am I throwing out? You're throwing out the core that has the seeds in it? Pick the seeds out. You just eat it all. Take the stem off. What, there's that little brown spot at the side? The flavor covers it up.
Hey, I'm not hating on you.
I'm just saying. No.
Hey, I get it.
And some people, one person was like, that's kind of weird. I was like, no, it's not. Just eat the whole thing. Don't eat a banana. Don't eat a banana peel.
I don't like the texture of it. That's my problem with the core.
Oh, okay.
The apple. But I love me some apples.
Well, okay. Or like vegetables, like the stems and stuff. I just eat the whole thing. Just eat it all. Anyways.
I see that.
So peel, well, it can be used to make candies and also orange tea, which is very cool. So I thought it was very.
And it's also flammable.
I thought, hey, hold on, slow down. These are my facts, not your facts, Matt.
They are your facts.
I'm getting there. Okay.
Sorry.
Getting there. Just relax. So oranges are also perfect antioxidants, which aid in decreasing burns due to oxidation. It also enhances immune systems by providing resistance power against infectious agents. Vitamin C found in oranges fight against inflammation caused, Matt said it already, but against inflammation caused due to the pro-inflammatory free radicals present in the blood. Also, oranges are skin friendly. Oranges have antioxidants. That's the last one to say. I feel like I'm going on forever now. Oranges have
continue on. These are actually really interesting facts.
I'll say a few more. It does take a while for people to get on anyways. Oranges have antioxidant properties that help rejuvenate your skin and you look youthful for a long time. So all you old people out there wanting to look youthful, go get you some oranges, rub them on your skin. Now, actually, I don't know really how you do it, but maybe, I don't know, try bathing with them in the shower. It'd be pretty funny. But their peels are used in face washes and sunscreens, which help protect your skin from harm from radiations. highly acidic. Oranges are around 10,000 times more acidic than the pH of our own blood. Weight loss with orange. Oranges can be helpful in losing your weight as they are a low-fat and nutrient-rich food, which make it an ideal food to counter obesity. Let's see.
Of course, with anything, if you eat too much of it, there's a lot of sugar in oranges.
Yeah, there is.
You know, don't overeat everything.
Obviously.
And I'm just saying
But
it because I know myself.
I can also say, I think we also eat more of bad sugar more than good sugar.
Yeah, without
So
a doubt.
if we would just replace this sugar with that sugar, I think it would be more healthy. So put it that way.
I dig oranges and apples. They're good.
Yeah. So, vitamin supplement. 88% of orange consists of vitamin C. Rest of the part provides other vitamins and minerals. Other part vitamins and minerals found in orange are vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B6, vitamin D, folate, potassium, and vitamin B12. Look at all those vitamins you're getting. I mean, what you can go wrong? Oh, here's an interesting fact. The word orange was first used for the color, not for the fruit. Did you know that? Because I did.
Yeah, I think that's the only fruit.
No, that's actually orange is used
for...
The
color was actually named after the fruit, and the fruit was named after the color. Like, you don't see that with grape.
Orange was first used for the color, not for the fruit.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Orange was first used for the color, not for that fruit.
Really? So it was named for the color that it was?
First. Yeah. It was just named because, that is orange.
We'll call that an orange. Okay. I thought it was the other way around. I don't know.
It was probably be pretty basic back then. Like, what else is a color? I don't know. Now I'm trying to think of it. But it'll come to me later. Now I'll think of something later. Orange.
Orange, you're glad I didn't say banana?
Anyways. Yeah, so that was my last interesting fact. Should have given everybody enough time to get on here to hear what I'm talking about and what I have to say. This leads to my next thing. This didn't first, I'm going to start off with, I always get confused on what to start with first sometimes when I write things down because they're kind of sporadic for me. I'll say one more thing. Excuse me. So orange contains the limonene, a compound that is touted to prevent cancers, like lung cancer, skin cancer, and even breast cancers. All cancers, I believe, but it's a fighting factor for cancer. Vitamin C and antioxidants present in oranges are both important to build body's immunity. They help in fighting cancer. The fibrous nature of the fruit also makes it cancer protective. So orange, it helps vitamin C. It's very good for your body, or vitamin C. It helps fight cancer. It's very good for your body. Helps fight immunity things like this COVID-19 that's going on, or the flu, or whatever's going on. Let me speak about that. Immunity, your immune system. It's something. We all know our own immune system. We all know when the flu comes around, some of us get it more than once. Some of us get it once. We all know our bodies and how sick we get. We all know. You can change that by how you eat, by how much water you drink, and those things. I mean, I don't, and I'm not kidding, I don't get sick very much. Last time I was sick, I think was last year, and it was like maybe for a day or two. I was throwing up, or this year, beginning. That was it. But anyways, I have a very good immune system. It's just the way that my body is, and I do eat good. I don't eat terrible. Sometimes I'll binge. Anyways, have a strong immune system. And speaking of that, so back to what I was talking about. Orange. So what brought this up? I was at my flag football tournament on Saturday. It was a couple weekends ago. And I was sitting there, and I have these orange cleats. And if you know me and you've seen me on the flag football field or seen me playing baseball, I've always had orange cleats for the past, I don't know why, for like past 6 years now. And now I've just stuck with orange cleats. Now I keep getting a brand new pair of orange soccer cleats because they're super light and they make me faster. So I was sitting there, and I've always had orange cleats. So I was sitting there, and then I also just I don't know why, but I was sitting there and realized this was during a break between one of our flag football games. I had my hammock up sitting there, and my flag football team that I first started, we were orange. Our colors were orange. I don't know why. And come to find out, I'm starting to I like the color orange, but I realize it. But and then my hammock is orange as well. And so I just started thinking about these things randomly, and how, I just think about things a lot. I don't know, the way my mind works. And so my mind just started wondering, kind of like what does orange symbolize? I think every color symbolizes something in a way. And I was like, what does orange symbolize? So my mind started going, and I started thinking about things and think to myself of like what orange meant, and I just started thinking of the sun. Oh, it's fire. It's kind of combination of red and yellow. So, and flames, fire itself. What else is oranges? That's why I thought about oranges. And then came to oranges fighting cancer. So I looked up what it meant. And orange is symbolic of endurance and strength. Orange is the color of fire and flame. It represents the red of passion tempered by the yellow of wisdom, if that makes sense. It represents the red, passion tempered. That's what red means. By the yellow of wisdom, which I thought was really cool the way they put those together. So the sun. Fire and flame, very endurance, strength, makes sense. Sun. It is the symbol of the sun. Next thing. Orange was chosen to symbolize the value of human life. And this is just something else I found. Orange was chosen if you think about other orange things. So I'll explain now. Orange was chosen to symbolize the value of human life and is worn as a signal that wearers do not want to be the next victim of gun violence. Another person said on this place. The idea comes from hunters who wear the color to alert fellow hunters to their presence in densely wooded areas. So warning them, hey, I'm over here. That's why they wear those orange vests. It's very bright. It's colorful. It sparks out to you. Fire, flame. Yeah, I don't know. Sun pops out. So, hey, I'm over here. Don't shoot. And no other animals are orange besides a fox, but it's very tiny, and it's not that color orange. Back to what I was saying. I'll stop there. So, I was just sitting there, and all these things coming to my mind. I looked that stuff up. And then I just began to like the color orange more. Because I believe sometimes I just started thinking about how I am in the football field. I don't have a ton of strength, but I do have the endurance on the football field to last a while. And the way that I play football is I will sprint. I am not the quickest guy. I'm not the quickest on my feet. But I will out-sprint you for a long period of time. And that's how I do it. I'm good at cuts. I'm not just good at quick cuts. I run full speed and go. So I'll run more than one go, of course, for sure, than in a game. I'll run about 10 or 12 because I want to wear the defense down because I know my endurance is better than theirs. I know my sprint endurance is, and I can last a lot longer at the same speed than a lot longer than they can. So that's how I play it sometimes. So anyway, I just started thinking about that, and I just can't find Call of Orange. I really liked it. So this came up this week. So opening week of baseball. Thank you. Woo, sports are here. One sport, hockey, coming up, or just played, and they're all playing now, and then basketball. Anyway, so I'm a baseball guy, obviously. I play in a baseball league. Our baseball league is about to kick off. You're more than welcome to come watch called the Grip and Rip Baseball League. I have been the MVP 1 year. I have won the Gold Glove 1 year, and I have won the last 3 championships out of the 4 championships. And the coolest thing about that is it is a tryout, 6 coaches, and the 6 coaches do a fantasy draft every year. And it's different every year, but I've had the same coach for the past 3 years, and I love him. Thank you, Justice Skinner. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. So I love baseball. Still play baseball. So thankful for this league. There's a men's league. It's so much fun. It's just a sport that I love to go play and clear my head. My dad likes to say he said it the other night, and I was going to hit, and my sister-in-law, she said, "Where are you going, on a date?" I said, "No." And Dad said, "Yeah, he is with baseball." Or so I don't remember, something like that. But I was going to hit. I just enjoy it, and I love doing it. But, so I've been playing, and I wear my orange cleats. A lot of those guys recognize me with my orange cleats. Anyways, I'm getting off on a rabbit trail now, so I'm going to come back to where it was. Here we go. So I love baseball. So baseball started. Opening week, everybody kneeled. All the teams kneeled. Some did, some didn't. But if you notice, some of you will say, it doesn't matter. I just thought it was really cool. It's really awesome. A Giants pitcher. Excuse me. I've got the burps. Whew. I got to clear my throat. All right. Giants pitcher. Sam, I don't know if it's Coonrod or Conrad, number 65, the San Francisco Giants pitcher. I'm just going to read this to you. San Francisco Giants pitcher Sam Conrad, don't know, explained that he did not kneel during a pregame moment of unity because of his Christian beliefs. The game was July 23rd at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Every member of the Dodgers and every member of the Giants took part in the moment. I don't think all the Dodgers actually know. Anyways, back to it. The pitcher told reporters the reason why, but he said he meant no ill will by standing. What he said was, "I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm just a Christian. I believe I can't kneel before anything but God, Jesus Christ. I chose not to kneel. I feel if I did kneel, I'd be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite." So the moment of silence took place before the national anthem was played. Several MLB teams have participated in this demonstration, kneeling during the anthem to show support to the Black Lives Matter movement. Anyways, just very cool. And he wore a shirt with a scripture on it as well. Just said, "Love your neighbor yourself." I believe that's what it was. I just thought it was real cool, and it was a real good example for us as Christians. He might get a lot of, I don't know if he has or not, but a lot of hate on him. I have no idea. I haven't looked or followed up at all, but that's not the point. That's not the point for me to go look at the drama on the other side of it. And I think that's what a lot of us are fixed on nowadays is there's so much drama with everything. And I don't do drama. And I stay out of it. I believe in God. I believe in Him. And I believe in His Word. And I believe what this gentleman said. I believe what Sam said. And it's 100% true. On national television of the opening day. So the only guy standing up and then is bold enough to sit on national television to all the other reporters. You never know what those guys, what kind of heat they can get, because a lot of times sometimes you see, unfortunately, stars, Hollywood stars and things like that, that say they're Christian but don't back it up. For instance, and I'm not going to say any names or anything, Hollywood star, watched a video a while back. Hollywood star, she's an actor. Her husband is a pastor, and the actor, the wife, had a sex scene, and it was okay with the pastor, and it was full naked and everything. But it was okay with the pastor, and she said, he knows my job, and he knows what I have to do, and that's just a part of it, and that's what he married into. Stop. I'm going to stop you right there. I understand. But if I was that gentleman, that man, you've just got to know what kind of things that does to your memories and what that puts inside your head. Sometimes we don't realize that those things do take damage, but no, they do. They do. And you don't know later what that actor is thinking about. I mean, there's just a lot of things with that. When you're married, you become one, like the word says. You become one. You're nobody else is. You're not to be with anybody else, naked or anybody else. You become one with that other person. That is it. That is final. That should be it. Nothing else. So, anyways, I say all that. That's just it's really cool that the San Francisco Giants, Sam, was bold and came out and say that and just stood in what he believed in. What was cool about that is the San Francisco Giants are orange. So it's like, well, that's cool. I see. That's just it's like, man, this is just what I've been thinking about, and I've just been thinking about orange and what it means and the fire and the flame and the burst. So that brings me to some more. Excuse me. Orange. Whew. Those with orange color personality strengths. Here's the personality strengths. Another reason why I like orange. It kind of describes my personality strengths. So here I'm going to say them. Those with orange color personality strengths tend to be witty, spontaneous, generous, optimistic, eager, and bold. They need fun, variety, stimulation, and excitement. So I would say, if mom and dad, if you could agree, that does describe me quite a bit, some. So freedom to act is also important to an orange. Maybe, yeah. Oranges have energy and like to bounce around to different projects or tasks. I like to bounce around. Different projects and tasks, yeah. Got a new job now, so but the jobs that I like, I am very good. A strength that I have is I'm very adaptable and very good at change, and with change, I'm very good with adapting with things. I think that's due to and what God has gifted me with, and what my dream job to be, which hopefully will be quite soon. Never know. But it's just to go back to working with at-risk youth and young adults to help them out and grow. If you know, there's a lot of change in that. The kids are never the same day. One day they'll tell you something, the next day is different. The next day they're mad at you, and the next day, one day they trust you, one day they don't. There's change constantly. You're doing different things and working with kids. So I'm just very good with that. Just something God gifted me with. Man, I got to take one earmuff off. It's hurt my ear. So, yeah, I just really am adaptable. So, also, orange. Something else I saw and just thought about is the fire of God. It also means deliverance. And from Bible terms, this is what I got. Fire of God, deliverance, passionate praise, burst, excitement, endurance, strength, sun, boom, bow. Wow, I just came out with all that and just kind of, yeah. Anyways, I'm cracking myself up in here. Yeah. Anyways, orange. Another thing that oh no, that was the last thing. So now it brings me to
25 minutes left.
Okay, cool. 25. Man, I need to slow down, I think. Okay. Slow down. No. So yeah, orange. It's exciting. When you see the color orange, you don't think of, if you just think of, if you have a computer screen or maybe you got a phone, put the color orange in the back of your phone, or just look up the color orange. Just put it. You know, everybody's got a phone screen where it covers the whole thing nowadays. So put the color orange on it and just tell me what you think when you look at it. You won't think boring and sad and dull. You'll think of oh wow, that's bright. Wow, wow is right. Wow is a good word. Like the sun. The sun is very hot. It has been very hot. The sun has been wow lately. Very humid and hot. So yes. Yeah, orange. I have a highlighter orange. So that brings me to scripture. I'm gonna go to Psalms 1044. No. Sorry. Yeah, Psalms 1044. I'll say that one here in a bit. That one's a different Psalms. I want to talk about that here in a second. Oh yeah, here's my bookmark. It's pretty cool. I talked about that last time. Anyways, Psalms 1044 says, I'm going to read from the beginning though. Praise the Lord, my soul. Lord my God, you are very great. You are clothed with splendor. Wow. You are clothed with splendor and majesty. The Lord wraps himself in light as with a garment. He stretches out the heavens like a tent and lays the beams of his upper chambers on their waters. He makes the clouds his chariot and rides on the wings of the wind. He makes winds his messengers, flames of fire his servants. He makes winds his messengers, flames of fire are his servants. Just thought it was pretty cool. So I looked up basically where fire was, and basically the color orange. So fire is flame of fire of his servants, bursting with flames of fire. He set. I'm gonna read on. He set the earth on its foundation; it could be never moved. You covered it with water depths as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. But at your rebuke, the waters fled. At the sound of your thunder, they took to flight. It's talking about how great the Lord is. I mean, they flood over the mountains. They went down into the valleys to the place you assigned for them. You set a boundary they cannot cross. Never again will they cover the earth. Anyways, I'm going to go on to the next one, which is I've got them all saved. So Hebrews 12:29. Yep, 12:29. That is. There is no. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to read 12:28 and 29. You can read the whole thing. I always recommend reading the whole thing, because reading the whole thing, if you don't read the whole thing, then you won't know what's going on in the whole thing. Does that all make sense with the whole thing? Okay, good. All right, here comes not the whole thing. Starting in 12:28. Therefore, since, if you say therefore, then you've got to go there before. So now we're going before, therefore. So we're going to go to 25. See to it that you do not refuse him who speaks. They do not escape when they refused him who warned them on earth. How much less will we, if we turn away from him who warns us from heaven? At that time his voice shook the earth, but now he has promised, once more I will shake not only the earth, but also the heavens. The words once more indicate the removing of what can be shaken, that is, created things, so that what cannot be shaken may remain. Therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful and so worship God acceptably with reverence and awe. Here it comes. For our God is a consuming fire. He is an endurance God. He is a strength God. He is a fighting God. He is a immunity and infectious disease fighting God. Nothing to fear. Let that stick. If you want me to say it again, 12:29. For our God is a consuming fire. Think of the sun. Think of how hot it's been. Think of how hot it's been at the hottest point of the day, of you sweating so much outside, of him doing that to you constantly, consumingly inside of you, but not sweating profusively on the outside, but consuming it on the inside to where it lights your heart on fire, to where your heart is in it all and excitement, and it grows that strength and endurance from him because he's so consuming that you start to consume, if that makes sense. Let me keep going. Jeremiah 23:29. My parents ask sometimes, I've been gone, because sometimes I just kind of disappear and go off and to the woods sometimes, and I go. And Mom asked me one night, she said, "What have you been doing? What have you been up so late? You've been back so late every night." There have been some pretty cool things happening in the sky lately. I don't know if you've seen. But tonight, there is a meteor shower. So maybe I'll be I don't remember what it is. I'll have to relook. But I might have already missed it. Oh, boy. Anyways, I'm fascinated with stars, astronomy, just the scientific facts of the stars, how they're stars, what they're, balls of gas, they're just the information they have on, not the astrology side of it. Don't care about that. Anyways, I'm just, what are you doing? Why are you out so late? Why you been back so late? Blah, 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 blah. I am a ball of energy. I enjoy things. I enjoy going out. I like sitting home all the time. Anyways, I've been writing down stuff, and I've been looking at stars and it's just funny and just thinking about this stuff. So, Mom, I just enjoy it, all right? Now you got me distracted, darn it. Jeremiah 23:29. There it is, Jeremiah. So, yeah, and I wrote some more down on some of these nights, and one night there was Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn and Jupiter were right by each other one night. It was just really cool. A really cool picture to look at. And yeah, I took a picture of it, and I don't know, it just fascinates me. And it was orange. Of course, it was orange looking, so just thought about and wrote down a few more things. And the night goes on. Anyways, back to what I was saying, Jeremiah 23:20. I don't even remember why I brought that up. Begin with, I had some point to it, but the point was lost after I started talking about the whole thing. Anyways, Jeremiah 23:29 for the 100th time, I'm going to start in 25. I have heard what the prophets say who prophesy lies in my name. They say, I had a dream. I had a dream. How long will this continue in the hearts of these lying prophets who prophesy the delusions of their own minds? They think the dreams they tell one another will make my people forget my name, just as their ancestors forgot my name through Baal worship. Baal. Let the prophet who has a dream recount the dream, but let the one who has my word speak it faithfully. For what has straw to do with grain? Declares the Lord. That was the Lord. For what has straw to do with grain? Declares the Lord. Is it my word like fire? Is not my word like fire, declares the Lord, and like a hammer that breaks a rock in pieces. Therefore, declares the Lord, I am against the prophets who steal from one another words supposedly from me. Yes, declares the Lord, I am against the prophets who wag their own tongues and yet declare, the Lord declares. Indeed, I am against those who prophesy false dreams, declares the Lord. They tell them and lead my people astray with their reckless lies, yet I did not send or appoint them. They do not benefit these people in the least, declares the Lord. False prophecy. Quit it. Stop it. So, back to 29. Is not my word like fire? and like a hammer that breaks a rock in pieces. I don't know, is it? You tell me. To me it is. If you read it and you let it consume you, like the heat has been consuming us here in the state of Missouri, at least, if you're from Missouri, or Dallas, I'm sure, Texas area. I'm sure a lot of southern states. But if you let it consume your heart like fire, his word will be like fire. Because when it comes out of your mouth, it will feel like fire, and you'll have this. Go back. Let me go back. No, here we go. The red, passion tempered. The yellow is wisdom. Do you like to have this passion tempered wisdom of our consuming God burn in you, consume you, and make you feel that warmth of that heat like the sun, but feel it in a more, I don't know how to explain. You'll feel it differently. You'll feel his love that way on the inside of you. You will feel that burst. You will feel that explosion inside you. His word is like fire. It is like a hammer that breaks a rock in pieces. Because whenever you read this, he does consume you. Then this consumes you. The wisdom of him consumes you. Then that passion tempered of you comes out of the wisdom that he has instilled in us through his word and through him. Boom. Orange. Man, really thought about this. My mind really got going about orange. So next time you think of orange, now you're going to think of this. I hope so. Thought it was cool. Every time I think of orange, though. Well, so orange is my new favorite color. I need to buy some orange things. So back to it. Here we go. Missing a good one. You can rewatch it though anytime.
I'm gonna watch it.
It was real good. I've had plenty of time to write this stuff down, and God's just been throwing knowledge my way.
That's good.
To throw other people knowledge, my self-knowledge. Okay, now
10 minutes left.
cool. I didn't need to slow down. It's perfect.
Oh, Spirit led, brother. Spirit led.
395. I couldn't think where Second Chronicles was.
It's
Yeah,
right after First Chronicles.
I often do that. Just because I read the word doesn't mean
It's right
I
after
know
First Chronicles.
where every single Bible book is. Sometimes I forget, all right? So
That's
leave me
comedy
alone.
gold, and you missed it. It's right after First Chronicles.
Well, thank you, Matt. Where's First Chronicles?
It's in the Bible. It's after First and Second Kings, right?
You saw it.
No.
Yeah, it is. You're right. Anyways. Second Chronicles 7:1. 7:1. Here we go. 7:1. The dedication of the temple. Solomon. Here we go. When Solomon finished praising, start this all over. I got excited from the beginning and I just misread it right at the get-go. Here we go. When Solomon finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. The priests could not enter the temple of the Lord because the glory of the Lord filled it. When all the Israelites saw the fire coming down in the glory of the Lord above the temple, they knelt on the pavement with their faces to the ground, and they worshipped and gave thanks to the Lord, saying, He is good, His love endures forever. Man, that's good. Real good. I'm going to read that one more time. You need to read all of this, by the way. I haven't read all of it. I'm talking to myself, too. 7:1. Here we go. You need to know why he's saying this and what happened. That's what I'm saying. When Solomon finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt. So so you know something's going on.
What color was the fire?
Why don't you tell me?
Orange?
Ooh, it might have been. It could have been blue.
Could have been white.
Could have been white. But there's a hint.
White, orange. Blue, orange, white.
Either way, there's a hint of orange in there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a base color.
Yep. Base color of fire. Heat. So you know something's going on at the beginning of this. Something had happened. Something happened bad. Something went on. So I'm going to read again. So that should intrigue you enough just to read it. When Solomon finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifice, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. You hear that? Fire came down from heaven. Fire came down from heaven. The sun, just think of the sun. A ball of fire came down from heaven, consumed the burnt offerings and the sacrifice. The glory of the Lord filled the temple. And picture that. Just if you could just picture fire coming down from heaven. You can't picture that because it's never happened yet. We haven't seen it. At least they have. But I think you never know. You never know what might happen soon or what. Get back to it. And the glory of the Lord filled the temple. He filled the temple. The priest could not even enter the temple because of the glory of the Lord had filled it. The second verse, the priest could not enter the temple of the Lord because the glory of the Lord filled it. They couldn't even enter the temple. Can't even describe that because the glory of the Lord had filled it. Maybe, guarantee you, well, I know there is. Some people can describe that to you. You've felt that. Or been in a situation or seen it or something, I'm sure. 100%. When the Israelites saw the fire coming down and the glory of the Lord above the temple, so the Israelites saw the fire coming down and the glory of the Lord above the temple. Well, here goes. Oh, there's the Lord. What? I just sometimes this is how I picture things. I just like to. I'm a picture person, so that's how I like to think of things. You know, just the Israelites. So I'm thinking to myself. How I think of it is, I put myself in the Israelites' shoes when it says when all the Israelites saw the fire coming down and the glory of the Lord above the temple. But they also, when they saw this, they knelt on the pavement with their faces to the ground, and they worshiped and gave thanks to the Lord, saying, He is good, His love endures forever. What else would you do? It was so strong. The glory of the Lord was so strong. His fire is so consuming. It's so passionate and red-tempered. The wisdom of the Lord and His glory and the awe and the excitement and the strength, the endurance and everything that I've said and the fighting and everything that I've described is the Lord all in one and much more. His love is passionate, tempered. His love is endurance. It never stops. It will never stop, and He will never stop loving. His love is strength. It gives me strength. It gives us strength. Through the days when those days are, through these times of this COVID, through these times of a past one or a loved one that has passed away, through these times of, I don't know, whatever it may be, losing a job, who knows? We need to have that. We need to have that. Especially in times of now. It brings me back to Sam Conrad. Coonrad. I really wish I knew it. I will get it right next week. I'm just calling him the Cooney Man. That's all I know right now. Giants, baseball player, pitcher. We need to have that fire. We need to have that boldness. The orange describes that man. Eager and bold. He was bold. No matter if he wanted it, I don't believe that man wanted an audience. I mean, he's just some pitcher. If you think about it, MLB baseball players, they are not. How much time do I have? I'm gonna have to finish this next week because I still want to talk about this, and I want to continue because I do have more on this, and I could just continue to write on my orange. So we'll have an orange part 2, but orange part 2 will be with my cousin. He will be with me by phone on here. Anyways, we need to have that fire, that passion. We need to have that boldness, that eagerness. We need to have that strength. We need to let the Lord consume us like fire. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We need to have the Lord consume us like we are thrown into the fire. Like they were thrown into the fire.
That was a hot fire.
I guarantee you, I've been burnt just by a stove and just little degree fire. They said it. I just read. Yep, I was getting ready to say it was so hot that the guards that were throwing them in, they died and burned alive. Then he was shocked and said, "Didn't I just put 3 of them in there?"
And there was 4.
And then there were 4.
They didn't even smell like smoke.
And his name was Jesus. So, let the Lord consume you like a burning fire, like I've described. I'm sure I have like 3 minutes left. How much exact time do I have?
3 minutes exactly.
Okay. So I will wrap this up. But be a consuming fire. Be like the Giants player. Be bold. Don't be afraid. Nothing to be afraid of. He is a consuming fire. He is strength. He is endurance. He gives you that strength. He gives you that endurance. If you consume him, that's what happens. When you read his word, you get that wisdom. You get that knowledge of him. Then you get him to consume you. This isn't a formula. It sounds like a formula to me in my head when I describe it. But there's no formula. Just let him consume you. Let him consume you. Be open. Let your heart be open to him. Kneel before him. Worship him. Love him. Love others. Love your enemies. Very important. Love. I'll wrap it up. I'm done. I will do an orange part 2 next week with my cousin Cody True. Wow. Cody Drew is his last name. True. So yeah, orange part 2 coming at you with Cody Drew next week.
Next Thursday.
I was trying. Anyways, next Thursday, 9 a.m. 10. Actually, switching to 10 a.m. to my next week. 10 a.m. next Thursday. My name is Skylar Carter. Matt Pearson is my producer. We love you. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.